Alright guys, I've been sitting here working on making this little piece of bus that I simulated little training tool, and I came across a neat little thing for this electrical tape that I'm using as an insulator right here. And so I've been testing it, and this is a little 5 kV megger. This ain't like these new ones. This is more like your grandpa's, where it'll keep shocking you and not think about it, right? So I've got this thing set to 5 kV right here. And I was testing the insulation of this electrical tape. And so what I did was I tried to make a simulated bus, and I put a bunch of shield around a 2x4, and so then I put some 88 super 88 underneath. Like there's probably like 4 layers here. This is going to simulate my insulation for my bus, right? Well, as I was testing this, I started noticing that this super 88 ain't insulating like we all think it is. And it's actually pretty neat. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna run it right here at 5 kV. And these leads, like I said, these aren't like your new meggers. So right now we're running at 100 and some gigs, right? And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna show you that thing's 5 kV, right? So look, that's 5 kV. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and this is my ground essentially. All right, so I'm connected to ground. And you hear it's got like maybe a slight sizzle, right? And we're just gonna say we're on C phase to ground, and it reads 4 gigs, pretty good for a simulated bus. It's 4 feet long, 3 feet, whatever. And you know, phase to phase is looking about right, about the same, right? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna shut this off. Now the cool thing I noticed, and this is just for y'all to know about your electrical tape, is that it is insulating, but up to certain voltage levels. So I'm just going to discharge this with a copper braid right here, so we all feel better about it. And then I'm going to take all these. I found this and I realized I need to make standoffs. So I'm going to slide all these down here. These are just zip ties that I'm stacking up as standoffs. Okay, now this can kind of lay down on the electrical tape. I'm going to turn this 5 kV megger back on. Okay, you see it says it's running, just in case you're not sure. It's running. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go to my shield. You can hear that sizzle now. I don't know where. I'm guessing it's the whole length of it, but it sounds like a DC high pot on some cable. And yeah, definitely a lower reading, right? We're not getting up in the teens for gigs anymore. We're about a 20th of what we had before, and we got some sizzle. So this just tells you there's our phase to phase, right? And we're back up to 20 gigs. But that just tells you the integrity and the breakdown strength of that super 88. It ain't as super as some of us think it is, right? Got some sizzle going with it. But that is 5 kV, so don't let me fool you. Set that thing to 1,000 right now. Start it back up. Is it 1,000? It's sizzling. And if you go phase to ground again, you're back up in the gigs. So we're not hitting the breakdown anymore. So just thought I'd show you that about your Super 88. I thought that was pretty neat.